Lu Jinian crossed his slender legs. His posture looked elegant and casual. Of course, he knew that the reporter had asked this question to dig up some dirt. Faced with the reporter's question, he pretended to think seriously about it, and then replied with a vague answer, "A very talented actress." The reporter didn't let it go and continued to ask, "Besides having talented acting skills, anything else?" Lu Jinian didn't know just how many interviews he'd had like this one, so he was well rehearsed in countering every question. And so, he turned his head and looked at Qiao Hao. He answered like any idiot would at first glance of her, "Young, beautiful." The reporter knew that Lu Jinian was playing games back and forth with him, but he couldn't help but chuckle at his answer. After that, he gave up exchanging polite words with Lu Jinian, and turned his head directly to Qiao Hao, who had just entered the entertainment industry. "Miss Qiao, I'm sure you know that Mr. Lu is nicknamed the nation's husband by netizens, and has won Best Male Actor for 6 consecutive years. As you've just entered the entertainment industry and you're able to work with him, how does it feel?" Qiao Hao, who maintained her smile, paused for 3 seconds before replying. "It's very exciting." The reporter asked again, "Miss Qiao, having worked with Mr. Lu for so long, what kind of person is he?" Qiao Hao had learned from Lu Jinian's answer just now and said, "Someone with amazing acting skills, and someone who gives their partners an invisible sense of pressure and motivation to do better." The reporter continued to ask Qiao Hao, "There are many people online who want to get to know Mr. Lu more. As Miss Qiao has worked with him for so long, have you noticed any particular habits or interests that people don't know about Mr. Lu?" Even though Qiao Hao had never been interviewed by anyone in the entertainment industry, she knew perfectly well that if she answered the question, then that would be telling the world that she and Lu Jinian had a close relationship. She was silent for 3 seconds, before she answered with a smile. "Mr. Lu is very busy. Most of the time, when we finish filming, he would be hugging his laptop, as he worked on set. When we're in makeup, he's often on the phone, discussing business matters." The reporter had dug a few holes, but he didn't ask any real questions, as they couldn't dig up any hot gossip. In the end, all they could do was give up and continue to ask other questions. "If you get the opportunity in the future, would Miss Qiao be willing to work with Mr. Lu again?" Qiao Hao instantly said, "Yes." The reporter turned to Lu Jinian. "Mr. Lu?" Lu Jinian didn't hesitate either. "Yes." The reporter lowered her head and looked down at the questions he'd prepared in advance, then asked Lu Jinian, for the last question, "Mr. Lu, I'd like to ask you a personal question. Do you have plans to get married?" "Not really," Lu Jinian replied with excellent manners. "This is a secret for the time being." The reporter chased that answered with, "By that, Mr. Lu, can I assume that you already have someone in mind?" Lu Jinian pretended to not hear the reporter's question and didn't bother answering. The reporter reacted quickly to Lu Jinian's willful disregard and rounded it up to overcome the awkwardness. "It looks like Mr. Lu is the same as before, unwilling to disclose information on his personal life, and we respect Mr. Lu's wishes. Now then, let us ask Miss Qiao. Miss Qiao, what kind of person is the person you love?" Qiao Hao looked at the reporter and blinked. Her long eyelashes were like the wings of a butterfly when she did so. Then, with all seriousness, she said, "The person I love is Mr. Lu."